Okay, I just made my tool here. So that was that black one. It's not black anymore because I cut everything that was not black. So that's what it started out as. That's what it finished as. This is the Harley spring. This is the PSI 640 lift spring. So it's a lot smaller than the Harley spring. So I made this fit on the Harley spring. So it actually fits in there like that. Centers up pretty good. The collar's actually cut the collar clearance so it doesn't hit on there. So it's got 30 thou clearance or so on that. So it's free to float around a little bit. When it's on top of the spring, it gets tied up on the spring up in here. So the collar's right there. That's right there. They go together. Sends up pretty good. And it should have enough clearance to go around the stock pedestal without hitting on it. It's a little bit bigger in the spring, but not by much. And then on the other side here, it's just a little bit bigger. 50 thou maybe, 30 thou, I didn't measure it. So a lot smaller than this one. And definitely way bigger than this one, but it'll work for that one too. It'll center around whatever it wants to do on this one. It'll fit in there though. And this should fit my tool here. I didn't check it yet, but it should fit right in there. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Yeah, about 10 thou clearance. The tool's actually bigger than the collar. I think, no. Actually, I cut it down to where it's, yeah, it is. It's 20 thou less than the tool compressors, I think, on the width. But the tool is out here, not this way, so it's not a problem. All right, let's see how it works. Oh, that hurts. Okay, this is the PSI. We'll put that back over here so we don't lose it. Ah, sharp. Okay, let's see what we got here. About 45 minutes of whittling. Okay, we're not using that one, or that one. That's the old one. Okay, boards. Still got to work out what board to be on. Okay, we're done with this one. This one. Okay. Tool goes there, that goes there. Everything's kind of held. Make sure you're on center. Tighten it up. Go down far enough the keepers fall off. Should be plenty of room to put the keepers on also because we're able to compress it down pretty far. See, I get the full access to the keeper. My tool's doing its job real good. Not a problem. Makes it simple. How long before Jim steals that from me? Yeah. He probably will. That's why I didn't give any dimensions. They're on their own. Figure it out. It's not hard. Okay. I even kind of held on. I was hoping to be a little tighter inside of here, but I kind of undercut it so it wouldn't be. There's one keeper. We're missing a keeper. What happened to the keeper? 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're missing a keeper. Always find your keeper before you're done. There it is. Keeper found. Okay, valve comes out. There. there on the board. It goes down pretty far without hitting anything. We're just getting to where we're coming up on the undercut. Whoa, whoa, I am way too close for that one. Okay, let's get further back here, we can see it better. How about that? So we have our clearance up in here. Shouldn't be very much though. I didn't know how much it was going to be. I'm kind of guessed. Looks like we do have some clearance. We're obviously compressed way past the keeper height, so we got room to put the keeper on there and then unexpand it. You know, so there's no room, no problem with that. So that tool works pretty damn nicely. And if you notice, this is laying right on the board, so the head's not moving around either when we got it on there. Kind of self-guiding. Okay, two keepers just fell off. Undo it. Okay, there's the factory spring. One of the keepers. The other one fell on the bench. Other keeper. And the valve. Okay, that worked pretty damn nicely. Way better than the first time. Okay, let's flip this thing around. Let's see, this time we were using this board here maybe, I don't remember. Yeah, there we go. Put that where you kind of can see. Let's do the lower one. Let's do the upper one, that's the hard one. Right there. Keepers. This is way more open than my air tool. There's a lot of room around here to put the keeper in, a lot of clearance. With the other tool it's a lot bigger, heavier, and it's hard to get in there, so awkward. So this is actually easier to use. Tool. Yeah, that worked pretty good. I'm going to pull back a little bit so you can kind of see more. Okay, you put the adapter on your spring. Let's try to rotate it and see better. So that goes on your spring. Put your tool on there in center. Clear whatever's in the way on this side would be nice. Tighten the screw up. I'm at an awkward angle here. Okay. Use your bad wrist to turn. Definitely. That broken wrist is not happy doing that. It's a good thing I put a longer handle on this thing years ago. Okay. One keeper, two keeper. Just unscrew it. She's out. Nice and simple. The only problem is this looks like a lower collar that you might throw away, so don't throw away your tool. Even though it looks like a lower collar, it's not. It was made from a lower collar, but it's not a lower collar. So there you go. There's your dimensions. Copy it. Ironhead Sportster, lower collar. They're all the same. There you go. Some little modifications to it, but There you go. The steps and the ID are the same as this one. Didn't change those. So that definitely helped a lot. Now this is the tool here that we normally would use. It's this one. So you can see the difference between the tools here, what you're working with. This is pretty much open all over the place. This one you got to fish through here. It's hard to do. Plus it's a lot lighter than the big tool that works this. So plus this you control it nice and easy. The other one's in air, so it goes like that real quick. So that's the difference. Now if you want one of these tools, you have to go hunt for one. It's a Britex, which means it's made for British bikes. So Dad used to be a Royal Enfield dealer back in the 60s, so this is the tool they used back then on their British stuff. So it also works on our end sports really nicely. I modified it by putting a lot bigger screw in here because I deal with racing valve springs that have 600 pounds tension. That's why this thing gets bent every now and then. I got to straighten it back out again, but it's working pretty good lately. So, but anyway, it's just an old European valve spring compressor. Good luck on finding one. I'm sure they make some piece of crap thing these days you can get. So it looks like this piece of wood works good here for that. It's pretty thin. I'll have to work on the holding heading fixture problem later. Alright, so there you go, the head's apart. Off apart. So now these got to be all blasted and cleaned. And that'll be a nice mess for another day. I got to pull these valve spring collars off. Valve seal lower retainer collar pieces. So I don't know how those are going to come out. Let's see, this is my seal pulling tool I break frequently. It's been glued back together more than once. Works pretty good. Yeah, good. Boom. There it goes. Pain in the butt. Works pretty decent. I should keep a couple of those for samples. Alright, the tool works pretty good, that's why I like it. Even though I break it all the time, I just keep welding it back together. Made in Usaland. Here's the part number. Yeah, I forget what brand it is. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't even remember where I bought it from. Tool manufacturer. Somebody. I forget. It might have came... Goodson might have something like that. They got a lot of tools. Yep. Goodson Industrial Tools, or whatever their name is. Just put in Goodson. It'll come up. They probably got something similar. I don't think this came from them though. I think this came from somebody else. Working relatively good. Yeah, if it wasn't broken so many times it probably worked better. The gripping edge in here is getting worn out, so it doesn't work as good, but just squeeze harder. Like I said, I just keep modifying it. See how it's not round anymore? It's because I squeezed it way closer together so I can grab seals with it. Small seals. It's made for big round ones like about that big. I made it for doing little dinky ones. Yeah, modified. Always modifying tools around here. Alright, I get them stripped down. I need to be blasted and washed and made nice and pretty, so I can work on them. Alright, that's it for tonight.